This is a true story, folks. A true story regarding Noodles, the fake New Jersey police officer. One of his family members is a retired New Jersey police officer. And in New Jersey, if you have a family member who was a cop, you can get something called a PBA card. And then Noodles has a little badge too. He has it in like a fake leather case, right? So when you flash it, it almost looks like he's a cop. And Noodles told me when he was younger, he would like go into bars and then he would like flash it on people and say, hey, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then he would use that to pick up women. So he would say he's undercover, right? And then like if he saw some guy doing something bad, he would say, listen, you have two options. Okay? You can either go to jail, because yeah, he would also carry around handcuffs. And on his car, remember back in like the 60s and 70s and 80s, like, well, you can still buy it, like the undercover cops, and then they would take the one flat like siren and they would just put it on top of their car. Yeah, and also on his car he had like a big bright spotlight. So he would pull over people who were swerving, and he would perform field sobriety tests. He wasn't in uniform. He wasn't a cop. Yeah, he told me this. And he used it as a way to make extra money. And he would say, listen, okay, I can either, and he would have his you know, badge. He would have his, like, you know, little thing there with his handcuffs. I don't know if he carried one of his guns. I mean, he has a lot of guns. And he would say, listen, you know, you can either go to jail, because obviously, you know, you're under the influence, and you're gonna get charged with a DUI, spend, you know, thousands of dollars on fines and have your license taken away, or we can work out a deal. Yep. Like, you know, basically give me everything you got on you right now. And if the guy only had 20 bucks, Noodles would say, okay, well, you know, let's go to the ATM machine. Yep, Noodles would do that. For guys. And then he would also stalk, like, really pretty women coming out of bars. Right? Like a really hot girl. And then he would do the same thing. He would pull them over. That's why he says he's the king of Bergen County. He's untouchable. That's what he says. Those are his words. And he would find like a really hot babe coming out of a bar, and he'd pull her over and he'd be like, listen, you know, if you don't hop in here and do a little, you know, do a little sucky on me, you know, yeah, you know, you're going to jail. So he would get sexual favors from women, and sometimes men, because he is bi. And then, but mostly from men, he would want to get the cash. And he would tell me he would pull over people who drove really nice, you know, vehicles, like, you know, Lexuses or Mercedes, BMWs, people with money, okay, or access to money, because not everyone carries a lot of cash. That's what he would do. Noodles, the fake cop, impersonating a police officer, that is a felony. You go to jail for that one. He goes, yeah, Bergs, you know, I was doing that for a few years, and, you know, I had to stop doing that. I had to stop it because... And then he would venture into other parts of New Jersey, because a lot of people knew him in Bergen County up there. So, like, he would go to, like, Monmouth County or South Jersey down there by Junkyard John. Yeah, he would impersonate a cop for money and sexual favors. That's what he did. He's a deviant. Why do you think he talks about going to Indonesia and all these Asian countries to marry these really, really young girls? Yeah, because that's what he wants. He's a deviant, and he's a criminal. He might not have been caught doing it, but he told me this, folks. I'm exposing Noodles, man. Noodles, the fake cop, with a really fat girlfriend.